Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is the best Smash Bros. Game, but it's not my personal favorite. But with a story mode, and the first ever game to have third-party support, and many other little things, Brawl has a special place in my heart, and today I'm going to be talking about why Super Smash Bros. Brawl is theoretically the best Smash Bros. Alright, let's get into it. So back in E3 2006, Nintendo has announced Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii. This game looked good on the Wii, and a lot better than Melee graphics obviously. There are also new characters like Medidite Pit from Kid Icarus, which is pretty cool. And we also have characters like Wario and Zero Suit Samus. So when Brawl came out on March 9th, 2008 in North America, it sold around 13 million copies worldwide. There are so many new characters like Diddy Kong, Pokemon Trainer, Olimar, Snake, King Dedede, Sonic, and even Rob. You know that toy robot from 1985 where Rob just plays like 2 games in the NES? Yeah, he's in Smash, which is insane. Now, Super Smash Bros. Brawl has some amazing characters obviously, and the maps are pretty nice too, including some new maps and some maps from Melee. But now let's talk about different game modes. So first of all, we have the group button, and here we have Smash, the main mode where you just fight against your friends or CPUs. The gameplay is not my favorite, I'll talk more about that later. And then we have Special Smash, where you mix up the game a little, like changing the size and other cool stuff like that. And we also have Tournaments, which are just tournaments that you can play. And then we have the Solo button. And the first mode that I will cover is Classic Mode, where there are 12 total stages. It's not as cool as Melee's Classic Mode, but it's still fun. Then we have Stadium, and there's 3 different game modes in Stadium. First of all, we have Target Smash. In this game, you hit 10 targets as fast as you can. And then we have Home Run Contest. And in this game, you have 10 seconds to get as much percentage in a sandbag as possible. And then you hit the sandbag as far as you can. And the last game we have in here is Multi-Man Brawl. There are so many types of Multi-Man Brawl, like Cruel Smash being the hardest. And then we have events, and this one reminds me of World of Light, except some of them are actually more direct, like trying to get the most of the stage off, but mostly you just trying to kill the other person. And lastly, we have Training, which is exactly what it sounds like, and I'll talk more about this game mode right here later. But let's go to the vault, and this section of the game makes Brawl truly special. First of all, we have Trophy Gallery, and this is where you can see all your trophies, and they all have little descriptions, which is really just amazing. And then we have Trophy Hoard, the bigger picture of all the trophies, and you can also take pictures with them because why not? But then we have Coin Launcher, a fun little Galaga type game where you're trying to get as many trophies as you can. It's a nice little mini game. And then we have stickers, which are kind of like trophies, but there's a little bit more to stickers, and I'll get more into that later. But then we have Stage Builder, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever, but it's not as great as Ultimate Stage Builder, but back then this is all I really needed. Then we have Photos. This is where you can take photos, which is a nice feature. Then we have Challenges, which is the thing that you can get awards such as maps, music, and trophies, and many more. And then we have Masterpieces. In this mode, you can play classic video games like Super Mario. Like, that's amazing. But finally, in the vault, we have Nintendo Chronicle, which is basically a list of old video games and say what date they are from. Like, do you ever see this in a Smash Brothers game? It's truly amazing how much detail there is in this game. Trophies, Stage Builder, and new fun ways to play Super Smash Bros. And I haven't even talked about Subspace yet. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna be talking about spoilers if you care, just a little warning if you want to play this game for yourself. Anyways, let's talk about it. I love Subspace so much. I can talk about how good the cutscenes are, how they added so much into the story. So the main storyline is stopping a team of Robs for blowing up the world and creating this new world called Subspace Emissary. It doesn't really make any sense, but that's why I love the story so much. And the cutscenes are just amazing. You can also choose between 2 options, and the story is different depending what you choose, which is awesome. It still holds up surprisingly to this day, and all the levels remind me of classic mode in Melee, except that there's 6 hours of this, which is quite long if you ask me, but there's like 1 hour of cutscenes. I'm not even joking. That's how many cutscenes there are in this game, and they look great. Do you remember when I mentioned the stickers? Yeah, they are used in Subspace, and you can make your character even stronger. Also, the enemies, like that wind guy, he's pretty annoying, or the cloud guy, which is pretty cool. All the enemies are really unique, and even just like Koopa Troopas and characters like that. And the bosses are amazing too, like PD Piranha, Rayquaza, Ridley, and many more. My personal favorite is when you're on some ship, and then Ridley, which is like hitting the ship, taking it down with him. It's a very specific situation, and they turned it into a unique boss fight. And then we have the final boss, which is Taboo, my personal favorite Smash Brothers final boss. And this guy is insane because he's like a butterfly man, and his attacks are kind of like Master Hands, but a lot more powerful. And I hate this attack where he just one-shots you. Of course, Subspace isn't perfect, because did anyone like the Great Maze? Because I hated it, honestly. I didn't like the Great Maze because there's a lot of backtracking for like, I think an hour or something, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I get that it was supposed to be like a final challenge type deal and fighting all the characters, but the spacing is way too big, and you have to find certain areas just to look at the map, which made things even harder. But the Great Maze didn't ruin the game for me. Some of the cutscenes didn't really make any sense, like when Fox and Sheik were about to fight, and then Peach just has some tea, and now they're cool with each other. It's not a bad thing about Subspace. I thought it was pretty funny, but by a story standpoint, it just didn't really make any sense, if that makes sense. And the loading times are kind of slow. Like if you die, it takes like 5 seconds to get back. Also, when you're fighting an enemy, sometimes the blast zone is very close. I guess I do know why it shrinks, but even if you defeat the enemy, sometimes the blast zone is still there. And I think that's all I have to say about Subspace. Overall, it's the best story ever told in a Smash Brothers game. If you ever play Brawl, do not play with the Wii Remote. The Wii Remote is pretty small, and it's kind of hard to get comfortable with it. Just buy a GameCube controller and a GameCube adapter, and it's so much better. In conclusion, Brawl is a great game. It has some minor flaws, but if you surpass those flaws, you can see how much love and care they really put into this game and the story. And the other modes, little things like the trophies, and then the Tenno Chronicles. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So why isn't this game not that popular like Ultimate or Melee? It's just because people don't really play it competitively. The gameplay is slower, and that's personally why I don't like the gameplay. I mean, compared to Melee, and people say that Brawl is the worst one, and that's so far from true. But yeah, I don't know what else to say besides Brawl is one of the better Smash games out there. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know I didn't really mention like music and other things, but I just wanted to make this video a bit shorter. That is all for me, and I'll see you guys later.